If we say that slavery destroyed black people, why is it that the slaves created all of the institutions and all of the businesses, the side of towns that are being gentrified that we are losing today?
Right.
The institutions we are losing today, they were built by slaves.
Right.
Where do we go from here?
So let's bring it back to where do we go from here? Now that we have a better perspective of what MLK really was about, how can we apply that knowledge from that true nature of MLK to what we are doing here in the 21st century?
Well, one of the things I believe that we must do is look at what took place 60, 70 years ago and what institutions they had then and what institutions we do not have today.
Like?
Our mutual aid and benevolent societies. Those organizations played a large part in the economic stimulating of black business districts. Not only did they help generate revenue, but also they helped educate black males and black females on certain conduct as it relates to ideology and norms for a community. We don't have that anymore.
So
everybody's just trying to figure it out without a reference.
Right.
And then a lot of us, we don't know what counties we come from in the South. We don't know anything about our grandparents or our great-grandparents' lives. We're just living for today. So it's like we're not connected to anything. It's like we're wafting between acceptance and rejection from mainstream society instead of building something for ourselves.
Having a good foundation.
We got to have a good foundation.
Yeah.
Anything without a good foundation is bound to implode. And now when we look around, we see the imploding of Black America based upon its foundation and its beams being ripped out. And
people taking advantage of because we don't know our history. They're just like, look at that. And then everybody freaks out. And you're like, well, what about the context? What about the history?
People telling us what our history
Exactly.
is. You know, like you said earlier, you have Malcolm X, you have Martin Luther King, Booker T. Washington, W.E.B. Du Bois. This binary narrative of Black America. We had way more leaders. We had way more political interpretations to our problem. We had way more ideologies. We had black women who were leaders of organizations.
Right.
We had all type of individuals who were trying to carve out the best solution for Black America. We had individuals that made things happen on a local level that might not made it to the state level. And then we had other organizations that had a national impact.
Because like right now, it seems as if everybody's kind of talking down as opposed to it being organic and be community-based.
Exactly. Everyone is looking to make a national impact instead of building a local impact.
Getting their clicks up, right?
You gotta click up. You gotta click up first. You click up first, and then you're able to spread your ideology. You're able to move around in different places to help fill in the gaps for other people. And I believe now, since we don't focus on the institutional history of Black America, we're constantly trying to reinvent the wheel. And if we say that slavery destroyed black people, why is it that the slaves created all of the institutions and all of the businesses, the side of towns that are being gentrified that we are losing today? The institutions we are losing today, they were built by slaves. The homes that were purchased in certain areas were purchased by black people 2 or 3 generations ago.
Yeah, to have a footing.
Exactly. So why are we losing them today with all our quote unquote education and progress? Why do we have no footing?
It's almost as if we've lost
become
traction.
Slaves.
Well,
we've become slaves.
Okay.
We become slaves in a way that the slaves were never slaves.
Wow.
Because they understood who the enemy was. They understood what they would do with their freedom.
Right.
Today, we don't know what. We're constantly abandoning our community to become marginal representatives, and
we're objectified. We're not subjects of our own nature. We're still objects.
Objects, and you know it's disheartening when you read these things and you pretty much see the same oppression, exploitation, political manipulation. Then today.
Yeah.
It's disheartening.
Well, Thank you, Professor. We're going to be talking a lot about different ideas and concepts throughout the course of these episodes, but we thought it was a good idea to start from where we needed to start.
Yeah, but Dr. King, I mean, as a kid growing up, when it was time for Black History Month, the teacher would reach inside the desk and
Yeah.
pull out that little picture of Dr. King, a picture of George Washington Carver,
Laminated.
a picture of Rosa Parks, and put them on the board. And
Yeah, man.
you had Dr. King looking down with his thumb pressed against his chin. And I'm like, oh, I got to do good in this test. Dr. King is looking at me. I don't want to let him down. So,
Man, so we got to do right by him and
yeah,
right by
man,
our
Dr.
elders.
King was a real brother, man. He had his great things about him, and he had some flaws about him, but he was real.
He was a womanizer, but whatever. Apparently, it was culturally relevant. Whatever.
He was a tangible representation.
Yeah, he's a player, but whatever.
Look, that stuff. Look, Dr. King wasn't created in a vacuum.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Poor
Black.
Coretta.
When we talk about the black
Coretta
church,
and
black,
her strength, strong black woman.
I'm not gonna comment, man. You ain't gonna never have me in a trick bag.
Amen.
Yeah, whatever.
All right. Well, again, check us out next time. Thank you for checking in, and on to the next one.
On to the next one. Peace.